What is up? OTT Sports Network back on the air. Saturday evening prime time at Family Sports Arena. This is going to be your Bantam A Maize taking on the Littleton Hawks red team. We're excited. We got some good action here Saturday evening. Nothing better to do with your time. You're tuning in here. Harry Haviland mic'd up with you. Welcome to the broadcast. We got Mama McGowan Sharon running the camera for us today. We're gonna keep bringing new people in. She already messed it up once, but we'll get to forgive her for that one. We're gonna start again. We got a new broadcast going. Everything's lined up. We got 14 minutes on the clock. That means warm-up is over, and these teams are all set to square up at center ice. Your Hawks with a 4-game season so far, 3-1. Looking impressive last week in Lafayette as they came out with a 4-2 victory after let's just say a rough third period. Today's goal is to play 3 periods of hockey. I know it's not asking a lot, but you'd be surprised. Yes, Littleton and Arapahoe, there's some history there. Dating back, I think, to 1926 was the first outdoor game between Littleton Hawks and the Arapahoe Warriors. They were playing on a pond just south of 470, or where 470 is now, behind Chatfield Lake, and they've been battling since. Taking this up now, year number 98. Look at the math in Harry's world today. We are on fire. It's gonna be a good one. Thanks for joining us. All set out there. It's going to be Foster, Fredette, and Haviland starting this one with McGowan and Van Winkle on D. DJ Kane getting a start for your Wars between the pipes. The Hawks needing a little extra minute there to get themselves riled up as they know they're in for a tough one against this very strong, fast-paced Arapahoe Warriors Hockey Club. The boss decides that he's going to join the game. He had to run back to the bathroom for something. Run back to the dressing room for something. Came out with a new stick. We'll just say he had to retape that blade. But hockey action is underway. Face-off one there, jumps over Van Winkle. He's going back into the corner for it. Van Winkle taken up against the boards. Littleton pressing hard. Foster joining him in the boat. Foster coming out of the scrum with the puck. Makes that pass up to Haviland, who's skating it across his blue line. Tries to feed that one across all the way to a streaking Fredette. It's blocked down. Haviland holding up at the blue line. Foster gets back, but not quick enough as Haviland puts that across the blue line. Coaches Doug and David manning the bench over there today. Pop had to go to an emergency skating session with Nathan McKinnon. He felt he wasn't breaking out of the zone fast enough and wanted some leg work done, so Mark Popovic stepping away from that one. I don't know if he's having a chance to tune in here as Nate's doing his lines. But this one's off to a fast start with the Hawks coming in. They get the first shot of the game off. Haviland picks up the rebound, fires it around the far side after Kane comes up big. Fredette up to Foster. Through center, can't control it as it bounces, and then the Hawks dump it all the way down. Kane controls that into the corner for McGowan coming back in, lets his team change up. McGowan around the far boards. Nick Foster for it. Gets a stick. Joey Kolchewski happy he could make it. He was a little under the weather. They gave him what they call Russian gas before the game. He just breathed that in through the mask a couple times. Kid's flying now, so good to see Kolchewski healthy and on the ice. Blanchard breaking out, has Foster with him. Blanchard going to carry this one up through, across the blue line, onto his backhand. Can't get it all the way in, stopped by the Hawks. Hawks take it out. Foster chasing him down, forcing a dump into the zone. Kolchewski picking that one up. Gets bumped off the play, but Nick Foster in to pick it up. His stick gets lifted, and the Hawks keep it in deep. Getting taken off there. Blanchard with the hit. The Hawks still control. Take the shot in. Kane sees that one coming, closes the mitt. Forcing a face-off in his own end. Still 0-0 here. 12:15 left to go. Family Sports Arena. It's Saturday night hockey action on the OTT Sports Network. Can hear Trev at all, Rob. Could hear him just a bit quieter. I'm too quiet? Why am I quiet? What happened? Turn up your TVs. I'm not sure. There's a lot of background noise in here, and I don't know if my mic's properly. I can hold the mic. Tell me if that's better. Medeo breaking that one up. Medeo out to the point, held in by the Hawks. They take a shot, looking for a tip. Out to the far side. DeVos has it. DeVos can't get that up to Nice, but it's tipped back. Claire just can't break in. Taken away by the Hawks. Hawks with a nice sauce pass out. D's changing up. Grimberg back out. Hawks get that shot off. Grimberg tips it over to the side. The video, if anybody's in there and doesn't have the video, I guess you're not going to hear me, but that's offside right there at the blue line. We did have to start a second video. So if you're having problems, or if your neighbors are having problems, send a carrier pigeon over to their house and let them know to go back into the YouTube channel and check it out. There's another one started here as Foster's going to be right in front of his bench here for a face-off. It's 0-0, 11:22 left to go in the first period. They get separated, the puck's drop. Foster won that over to Haviland, who shoveled it back into center. Fredette fighting against the glass for it. Haviland racing into the zone. Held up, back out to the point. Grimberg flipping that over. Captain trying to get to it, but it's knocked out past him. Littleton to center ice. Back checking Fredette, picks that one up. Gets across the red line, dumps that one in, doesn't get it deep. Littleton pushes it right back out to center ice. Now they're coming the other way. 2-on-2 with Grimberg coming back on it. Breaks the play up, and Captain feeds it back out of the zone. Captain pushing, or Fredette putting the pressure on him. Littleton steps in, they're onside this time. Taking the shot, glove down by Kane. Keeps freezing. Yeah, welcome to Family Sports Wi-Fi situation here if your game keeps freezing. The OTT sprung for a device that gives us our own personal hotspot and everything, except the OTT announcer is not smart enough to figure out how it works. We'll have to wait for Mrs. OTT to come back from California. If you're watching out there in Burbank, we miss you here because we don't know how to run the Wi-Fi, or I don't. Keep dragging Sharon into this like she had something to do with it as she volunteers her time. And Foster works his way in, can't get the shot off, broken up just in front of the net. And coming out 2-on-3 the opposite direction is the Hawks. Van Winkle drops that one back. Paul and Foster decide that they're just going to let that one go into the corner. McGowan backhands it back over to Nick Foster. Shoves that one up, and Paulin and Blanchard are streaking their way out of their own zone. Paulin comes in. Tries a little toe drag, guts around the player. Can't center that over. Blanchard's in the corner with it. Puts it back to Paulin behind the net. Paulin centering pass back to Blanchard. Oh, and a great save by that goalie. Awesome opportunity there. Some heads up passing and shooting. Just couldn't find a way to capitalize. Keeping this a 0-0 game with 9:48 left to go. Oh, so you can hear me. I think we're just a little bit delayed here. Their game is ongoing. You'll catch up. People that are just seeing it kick in now, we've already had 5 minutes of hockey play. Littleton coming across, McGowan going over for it. That one came out of the zone. The ref decides not to call an offside. Now McGowan's inside his own end. McGowan around to Middale. Getting bumped up against the glass. Nice, McGowan throwing the body around. Middale after it. McGowan tips it out to Middale. Pinching in. Still in the corner. Littleton feeds that one out a little too hard. Now they're forced to reset in the neutral zone. Tipping that one, and we have an offside? I guess it's an offside. We'll call it an offside. 9:12 left to go here. Back over, Claire just in his own zone off the face-off win. That one came across the line, and they have to whistle that down. A little bit delayed, but the ref looked up at me. I said, yep, that was offside. She blows the whistle. Some good pressure here by the Hawks. The Warriors having to be on their toes as the Hawks are seeming to get a lot of opportunities here. The Hawks win it. Maize is on top of them. Medeo banging for it. Kalergis out of the zone, picked up by the Hawks. Kalergis steps in front of his man, and Maize is in his own zone with it. Maize around the far boards. DeVos, a tip. Oh, Van Winkle gets taken out. Oh, Kolcheski, sorry, gets taken out for it. Medeo has it lost in his skates. In front, oh, back out to the point. Hawks get another shot. That one's blocked. Backhand opportunity, puck loose in front, still another save. Oh my. Warriors get this one out after some great quick saves. Feeding across, Medeo's gonna pick this one off the boards. In on the left wing, can't dance around the player, still controls the puck. Puts it towards the front of the net, and then the Hawks feed it back out. Backhand shovel in by Medeo into the corner. Fredette going after it. The Hawks have some time in their own zone looking to work their way out. Up off the boards, Kalergis can't keep it out. Hawks coming in, Kalergis gets it back. Big Kalergis can't get his way out of the zone. Kolcheski now gonna try his luck at it. He puts it up on the far boards to Fredette. Fredette mishandles across to nobody. Haviland's inside his zone. Dumps that. That one's going to be an icing if it gets all the way down. Fredette goes after it. Not going to be there in time. And it comes all the way down the ice. 285 feet the other direction. 7:33 left to go. Harry Haviland with you on a Saturday evening at Family Sports Ice Arena. I apologize for any Wi-Fi issues. We are working on that. I am just not smart enough to do it on my own. Devin Foster at the face-off. Wins it back. No, Littleton has it. Hawks around the far side. Haviland's got a little bit of time. Passes that one up to Foster, who's coming out. Foster and Fredette coming across the blue line, gaining that offensive zone. Foster working hard into the corner, battling against the Hawks D. The Hawks come out with it. Fredette forcing the pass up. Jumped over Grimberg's stick, but Haviland's back to pick that one up. Haviland with a pass over to Captain. Feeds it back over to Grimberg. Grimberg gets that strip. Now Captain's going after it. Gets walked. And the pressure all coming from Littleton. Haviland trying to switch that around, but he can't as he loses the handle at center ice. That one comes in offside and another whistle. Still trying to find their legs in their handle, but keeping it a 0-0 game with some big saves by Kane. We got 6:46 left to go here in the first period. Offside there after a win by the Hawks again. Making a last minute change there at the Littleton bench. Nick Foster at the dot. Wins that one cleanly, back to Van Winkle. Feeding it to center ice, jumps over a couple of Warriors sticks. Back to the Hawks. Hawks knock this one in. It's behind the net, and they're the first ones to the puck in the offensive zone. Holding it in, gets taken out there by Van Winkle. Coming out, Foster flips that up over Blanchard. He's going back for it, but it's controlled by the Hawks in their own zone. Littleton skating around their net. Can't clear this zone. Foster with an opportunity in the slot. Can't hang on to it, but he gets it back out to the point. Van Winkle fires that one towards the net. Loose puck in front. Oh! Blanchard couldn't dance around. Blanchard now has it just inside the blue line, skating with it. Losing his stick, or in his skates. Back over to the Hawks. Littleton back through center ice. Coming in onside, tipped away as McGowan takes his man out. Into the glove of Kane for another save. Shots on net have to be favoring the Hawks right now. Kane keeping them in this game. The Warriors trying to find some fire underneath the steel today. Unable to control the puck and set anything up in the offensive zone so far, but keeping this 0-0 as we work our way into the latter half of the first frame. One over to Medeo. Tipped over, and Madeo just gets it out. Littleton doesn't let it go past center ice. So they fight with Madeo. Madeo up. And coming in, a shot, glove down. Looking to whistle that one in there was DeVos. He got a good shot off. The goalie was quick with the mitt. The offensive zone faceoff. Looking to get something set up here, your Warriors. To the point. Kolchevsky shoots it in, doesn't get it past the slot, it's in a scrum. Hawks, and it's taken away. Nice with the shot off the post! Warriors keeping it in. Now they're looking with momentum on their side, and as I say that, the Hawks send a player behind the D, coming in deep, looking for the poke. Kane gets the better of that one. The player goes diving into the net. Hawks still keeping this pressure deep, centering pass. Tip just gone wide. Picked up by Madeo, feeding it up to Kalergis. Kalergis up the far side. Nice couldn't control it. Hawks back into their own zone, stripping this one away. Looking to break up the boards. Get it out. Grimberg circling. Grimberg building up speed. Grimberg still coming through. Can't get past center as he's collapsed on. Taken away. Haviland's got an opportunity. Passes that back over to Grimberg, who gets the shot off, deflected high into the mesh, bouncing back down onto the ice. Good opportunity, but no conversion. 4:03 left to go. First period action here at Family Sports in Centennial, Colorado. Out to the point, shot in, look at a tip. Now forced into a foot race here. Littleton's got the jump. Good work by Grimberg coming back there on defense, forcing that puck in. No shot taken by the Hawks. Captain off the back. Coming out, Fredette through center ice, streaking right through. Fredette can't go around the player. Backhanded over to the far side by the Hawks. Littleton, Grimberg stepping in on the play, keeping that into the offensive zone for your Warriors. Haviland going after it. They get it out to the point. Another player behind the defense. They're going to wave off icing as that one's tipped. McGowan coming back for it. Holds up on the hit, but then gets taken out. Foster passes it up. It jumps over Fredette, and the Hawks take it right back. Van Winkle comes in, and shot did get off there. Kane made the save. Haviland in front. Kane swiping a stick at it. Haviland has it back into his own zone. Circling around, fighting against two Hawks players, picked up by Van Winkle. Harper Van Winkle across center ice, working his way into the offensive zone, taking this one wide. Fredette with him, he fires one just over the net, off the glass. And here come the Hawks again, controlling this first period. Littleton comes in, can't get the shot off. Blanchard behind the net with the player, tying him up. Centering pass right over to the Hawks, and they put one off the crossbar. Lucky go there for your Warriors as they're pinched into their own defensive end, trying to get this one out. Can't get anything set up. McGowan spins it around the boards. The Hawks keep it in. Bumped up by Nick Foster, back over to McGowan. Centering outside the zone. Hawks get right back onside and then step in the blue line again. Knocked down and back to the blue line. Clear of the zone, Pullen fighting for it. Backhanded in. The Hawks keeping this puck just deep. Simplicity has been working for these Hawks as they're just hammering them in deep and chasing them down and getting in behind the defense on a couple breakaway opportunities. Here they are again, forcing their way in. Oh, Pullen just levels his man in a corner. Huge hit there. Hopefully setting the tone here. We got to set the tone, boys, and that did not set the tone as Littleton put that one up, flipped in, and over Kane's shoulder. Littleton taking a 1-0 lead here with $1.30 left on the first period score clock. And the Warriors falling behind in a game where they're still looking to make that first jump. We do have a Wi-Fi booster. People are asking me about that. I just don't know how to work it. I forgot the password and didn't know which button to plug in, and I don't know. I apologize. We will have it next week. We're gonna need it in the Colorado Springs barn. There is zero service in there, so I will have it figured out by then for the Sunday game. Oh no, Saturday night game. We're in Colorado Springs. We're still here in Centennial right now. Warriors trailing by a goal here towards the end of the first period. Littleton trying to get another one snuck in there. Goes through the crease. Out to the blue line, and Neese is skating his way through. Neese gets stood up there and taken away. Madeo trying to backhand it out. Picked up by Littleton. They work their way in. Final minute of play. They raise one through the crease, back off the boards, keeping it into the corners, the Hawks. Claire just pushes his man. Kolcheski gets bounced against the boards there. And centering pass picked up by Kane in the split position in the crease. DJ Kane keeping his team in this one, only trailing by one thanks to that man standing between the pipes. Foster, Haviland, and Fredette coming off the bench, with Captain and Grimberg on D for the final 43 seconds of this first period, seeing if they can find a way to tie this up before the buzzer sounds. Grimberg gives it to Fredette. Fredette's gonna skate this one up. Haviland streaking up the left wing, didn't get it over to him, but now they got another opportunity. Fredette coming in again. Gets a shot off that time, he just forgot to hit it on towards the net, putting it off the glass behind. Littleton seeing if they can do more damage here as he skating in on his own. That one's outside, and that's a complete offside, missed by the ref who's standing on top of it. Foster backhand to Grimberg, up to Fredette, back over to Grimberg, jumps over his stick. Captain up to Haviland. He's got 3 seconds. Is he going to do anything? And he gets it in the zone off the skate of the defender. And a buzzer sounds ending this first period. Here, Warriors skating into the first intermission, down 1-0. And we didn't even put the scoreboard back up after we reset all this. Let's get it all going. Hawks are up 1-0. We're going to make the changes here to edit these properties. Set you up for the second period of action here at Family Sports. There we go. Coach Doug pulling them in, talking to his team in a calm demeanor. Can't be too fired up. We still got 28 minutes of hockey action left to play here. Trailing 1-0, but they've got to do something to spin the leverage around to the other direction. Media on media here, taking pictures of the screen.
Like, hey, this is 40 years ago media, so I gotta get back to my day.
Again, hopefully everybody's sticking with us through this spotty Wi-Fi as we are towards the end of September, coming into Halloween month, which brings me to the point that today is National Ghost Hunting Day. Believe it or not, September 28th, National Ghost Hunting Day. For all of you people who just enjoy that spookiness, maybe you're the ones that go up to, what's the town there with that Shining Hotel in the mountains?
Yeah.
We've got the haunted overnight stays up there. Not for me. I don't like ghosts. Casper was my only ghost that I liked. He was that little friendly, funny ghost. Slimer. Okay, I'll give him that too. But not a ghost guy here. This is it. Second period set to go down. Warriors and Hawks. Harry Haviland with you. OTT Sports Network, Family Sports Arena, Centennial, Colorado. 1-0 Hawks going into the second. That one's won, and Paulin controls it. Puts that all the way over to Blanchard. Steps inside the zone. Tries to tip it to Foster. And on the goalie, puck was still loose. Puck is still loose. And a ref blows it down because apparently the parents paid him off. Wait, that's just what I'm hearing. I'm a commentator. I don't know if there's any money exchange between refs and parents. That's just all hearsay. I'm an investigative reporter / broadcaster. Littleton winning this one right off the draw, skating down 3-on-2. Paulin getting involved in the back check. Tipped into the corner, forcing it over. Paulin lifts the stick. Littleton stepping inside, backhanded behind the net. McGowan flipping that one back over towards Van Winkle. It's left there for Littleton. Hawks keeping it in at the blue line with some great work. Finally flipped out, but Littleton's coming back into their own end for it. Blanchard's chasing him down, going behind the net. Forcing that one all the way over. McGowan stepping up. Gets that shot towards the net, intercepted before it finds anywhere near the goalie, and the Hawks turn it around. Dump that one down, rolling puck settled down by Van Winkle at his own blue line. Pass across to Foster behind him. Blanchard inside the zone. Brady Blanchard on his backhand, working the power move behind the net. Hawks all collapsing, finally getting in on him. Blanchard still has it, puts it out to Kalergis. Has to pick it up with a backhand, dumping it back into Blanchard behind the net. Blanchard tipping that one over to the side. Paulin going after it. Back out to Kalergis. Kalergis shoots one in. Oh, goalie didn't see it, but it ended up going wide. All the way down, rolling, and it will be an icing call. Whistled down by the Zebra guy. Taking this one down for an offensive draw. Fresh legs stepping over the bench. Nice looking for a face-off win for your Warriors to get set up. Trying to tie this one early in the second period. Nice pushing that one forward. Medeo's after it in front. Nice can't find it. It's tipped away from him. DeVos. Kicked ahead by the Warriors. Medeo gets back on it, flipping that back to Kolchevsky at his own blue line. Returns the pass to Medeo, winding up in his own zone. Medeo loses it, trying to skate across. 2-on-1 the other direction now, making the pass across. Backhanded wide of the net. Kalergis off the boards. Hawks keeping this one in. DeVos inside his zone. Leaves that one for Kalergis. Can't skate it through. Kolchevsky with it. Kolchevsky with a fancy little move and a juke at the blue line. Gets it in deep and dumps that one to return to his post at the point. Nice goes into the corner, falling down. Out come the Hawks again. Medeo takes it away at center ice. The Hawks get it right back. Oh, very close to being too many men. They didn't touch up on that puck. Streaking out here, Nice. Slows it down. Somebody's coming at him from behind. He takes that. Oh, whistles one just high of the far corner. Looking to get an opportunity off there. But now the Hawks, another breakaway attempt using the speed. Coming back on him, they shoot that one wide. Somebody should let these kids know that if they put it on net, they got a better chance of scoring. Another shot coming in, Tip Kane flips that one back out to Medeo. Feeding it all the way out to the blue line, holding it in as the Hawks. And taken away, Medeo. With it, still has it. Still off of his knee pad. And then picked up by the Hawks. Skating out past Fredette. Off of Grimberg. Those Hawks finding the open spots. Another one that the Warriors got away with is Foster's back in his own zone, winding up. Foster looking for Fredette. Tipped up. Fredette muscles his way, gets it out. The Hawks quick to dump it right back out of their zone. Fredette battling against the boards, trying to use his skates to kick it in. Taken away by the Hawks, who collapsed down on him. Foster. Back out to Captain. Across the red line. Shoots that one in, blocked. Captain with it again. Passes it back up to Grimberg. Across the blue line. And can't get it deep. The Hawks right back out to center ice. Foster chasing after it. Backhanded out to Fredette. Eli Fredette coming through. Can't skate through three players. Hawks take that one away from him. Kicked down by the knee of Captain and held in. Over Fredette from Foster. Haviland coming in, out to the point. Grimberg can't keep it. Puts it back off and back in. Offside's going to be the call. 9:25 left to go. Second period action here at Family Sports Arena on National Ghost Hunting Saturday evening. Thank you. Nick Foster bowing down to the ref as his stick on the ice, pushes that one forward. It's won by the Hawks. All the way down, icing waved off as the man they call Grimace goes back for it. That'd be Grimberg in his own end. Out to Blanchard, off the ref skates. Blanchard skating head, Holland on the far side. That one's taken away at the red line. Flipped all the way back in deep, icing waved off. Going after it, Captain puts his man up into the boards. Foster to Blanchard, and outside the zone. The reset by the Hawks is being pestered down by Paulin. The Hawks come in, take a long shot in there. Tallying up there, they've got to be out shooting the Warriors here. 2-1, 3-1 possibly, as they keep firing everything in, collapsing on this Warriors team who has no answers. And get away with an offside, not get away with, calling an offside. There's Hawks come back in, 8:39 left to go. Harry Haviland taking time out of my Saturday evening here with you guys, like I have anything better to do with my time. Sitting on my porch by myself watching cars go by with a glass of whiskey in my hand doesn't exactly count for the same way I lived my 20s. But hey, I like that. How else are you going to tell kids to get off your lawn if you're not out there watching them?